Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this webinar on safety tips to avoid online scams this festive season. This webinar will be presented by Mr. Nikhil More. Nikhil is an online marketing expert at Quickhill Technologies Limited and has over 9 years of experience in digital marketing and a passion for technology, usability, and photography. Nikhil is also a recognized expert in the internet marketing strategies for the antivirus industry. At Quickhill, Nikhil is associated with the cybersecurity program, which is company's corporate social responsibility initiative. I will now hand over the proceedings of this webinar to Nikhil.
Thank you, Saurabh, and welcome everyone to today's webinar on safety tips for avoid online scams this festive season. It's a festive season all across the globe. In India, we have Dashera tomorrow and Diwali, which is the biggest festival in India, happening 20 days later. Also, we recently finished with the Eid festival in the Middle East. We would be getting ready for Thanksgiving in November in the US and the other parts of the globe, and then for Christmas. So this festive season, what we have witnessed across is all these cyber criminals, people with bad intention of stealing your personal information or financial information get active, and they do things to lure you to believe that they are genuine and they are believable in things they do, and they basically put up scams so to with the bad intention of capturing information from you. So without any further ado, let's move forward. So let's share a fact with you. In a recent past that we have observed, cyber criminals made around 12 million US dollars from online frauds planned during a Christmas season. So you could imagine only around Christmas, and the cyber criminals managed $12 million. So what will this webinar uh, include? 10 top 10 basically scams. So scams are usually done during the holiday season or the festive season, especially on the internet. So top 10 holiday or festive scams on the internet. Some great tips that you can stay safe from such scams. Tips as to how to identify, or tips as to the do's and the don'ts on when you come across situations where you're not sure about, you should act upon an information piece of information shared with you via different media. Last but definitely the most important is, how does Quick Heal software protect you from such scams? Let's begin today's session with an opinion poll. Let me bring up that poll for you. I would like to know from you, if you receive a pop-up ad on your, say you're browsing the internet and you receive a pop-up ad on your computer screen or your mobile phone screen, and the pop-up says that Amazon, a very famous shopping site, is giving away iPhone 5 for rupees 3,999, which is uh, close to about $75. An iPhone 5, mind you, at $75 or 3,999 rupees. What should you do? Should you A, click on the ad and check what the deal is all about? Or should you just ignore the ad and close the website or close the pop-up banner? I'd like to know from the fine audience today, what would you do if you receive a pop-up on your screen when browsing the internet? It says Amazon is giving away the iPhone 5 at 3,999 rupees, which is equivalent to $75 approximately. Uh, what would you do? Would you click on the ad and check what that offer is all about, or would you just ignore the ad and close the website? I have close to about 40% of today's audience casted their vote. I would give them another 15 seconds before I close this opinion poll and share the result with all the fine audience today. All these days, especially during the festival season, uh, every company puts up advertisements over the newspapers, over televisions. It's crowded with offers of different kinds. but something like this is very tempting for people, and a lot of people do ask us these questions about pop-ups they see, or uh, special or unique offers that they see. So what they always ask us as to what is that they would do. In this case, I will answer this question for you. I have close to about 70% of today's audience already casted their vote. I would now close this opinion poll and share the results with you. Let me bring up those results. Well, 79% of today's audience thinks that the answer is B. Ignore the ad and close the website. 21% think that the ad, they should click on the ad and check what is it all about. Well, people who have answered B are the ones who have given the correct answer. Pat your backs for that. Let me explain to you why should you not click on ads which says that such kind of an offer where iPhone 5 is a premium handset and it's very expensive. Somebody selling at such a low rate, and especially if there is a pop-up that comes to your system, most likely it's a malicious pop-up. It's a malicious. It may contain sites where either some sort of kind of software gets downloaded to your site, or it takes you to sites which are malicious in intent. So my advice: don't click on such kind of pop-ups. Let's move ahead. So, what are the top 10 holiday scams on the internet? Let's discuss one after the other. So, I'm going to discuss not only scams, but going to give you tips as to how should you identify uh, whether or not such kind of information shared on the internet related to which looks very lucrative to people. Should you be acting upon such requests, or should you be acting upon such information shared with you? Fake advertising. So fake ads are the one of the most common ways hackers used to trick the internet users in the across the globe. Now, what are the fake ads? They display great offers and great schemes. They lure users into clicking on such of the ads. One, it as I said earlier, it may either take the user to a fake website, or it may drop a malware on the system. In either way, the hacker can steal users' private information, or what we call it as uh, personal identifiable information, or most importantly, your financial information, your banking information, maybe your credit card, maybe your internet banking, maybe your debit card information. All this can be stolen. Moving ahead, bogus charities, something that we have witnessed across the internet. People have complained about, uh, you know, prompts on bogus charities. So holidays prompt us to donate to charities. They could be pictures about, you know, young innocent small kid, adolescent kid who's suffering from hunger. Those kind of pictures circulated everywhere, and they ask for donations. Donations not to banks, donations not to institutions which we call it as non-profitable organizations, not to them, but to personal accounts where there is no mention about is it something recognized by the government, recognized by the society. There's no mention about that. But those kind of emails, those kind of bogus charity invitations, this kind of scams have been seen on rise. And people, before you start donating to such kind of charities, just look for the authenticity of those people asking for those charities. So we have seen notifications from various agencies throughout the globe, agencies like the Better Business Bureau, the Charity Watch, or even the Internal Revenue Service. They have shared tips on how to donate safely to charities. So all this, the emotional anchors that I spoke about, showing you pictures which are very heart touching, or pictures which are which kind of create kindness in your heart, those pictures will urge you to donate to the people. Let's move on to next one. Promotional emails. Now, as I said earlier, in India, Diwali is the most important, festival celebrated, as well as in the other part of the globe. You have Eids, or you have, Christmas, Thanksgiving, which is, around the corner, and which is celebrated, which is the most important festivals for people all across the globe. Consumers during these festive season are looking for best deals. They may be using it for gifting to their family or friends. And the bad part is the scammers, the cyber criminals. They know about your intent. They know about what are you looking for. Now, I'll just quote you something that we came across. The International Business Times, it says to treat all promotional emails that are not coming from a trusted retailer as dangerous material. Even if you open that email, don't click on the links inside it. Holiday or travel scams. So scammers take maximum advantage of people searching for good holiday deals online. Everybody likes to go on a vacation and is looking for the best possible deal. So we have seen on the outset even scammers put up fake websites for users to fill in that information so that they can steal the private data, they can steal the banking information from these users and use it for their advantage. The internet is full of such fake online travel deals, travel links, which can use which can use this information against you. There's another travel risk. If you're using an infected computer at your destination, uh, that again puts you at the risk of spyware accessing your information. So always make sure that whatever computer you're using, that's not even infected with these kind of malwares or viruses. The best possible tip that I would like to share with you is don't use public computers for doing financial transactions. Next scam that I would like to talk about is the holiday greeting scam. Now, it's only logical to receive festival greetings over an email from a friend or a family member. And amongst these greetings, there could be one that is loaded with a Trojan or a spyware waiting to infect your PC. The scammers shoot greeting emails of such kind, one with a malicious code hidden inside it. These emails go in bulk to whatever email addresses they have in their records. An unsuspecting user may be thinking that he's received a greeting from a colleague or from a friend or from a family member and will not think twice before opening it. These emails are usually loaded with malicious codes that infect the user's machine with a spyware that will steal their information and pass it on to the attacker. These emails may also contain Trojan horse. It's another kind of a malware that will allow other malwares and viruses to gain entry into your computer. Let's bring on the second opinion poll. Let me bring out the poll for you. I would like to ask you if you receive an email from your bank, it asks you to fill up a form so that it can avail a great offer on your debit or your credit card. What should you do? Should you delete such email and block the sender, or should you fill up the form? If you receive an email from a bank which asks you to fill up a form so that you can avail a great offer on your debit card or your credit card, what should you do? I'm sure even people in the fine audience have received such kind of emails where people are requested to, share their interests about, what would they prefer on internet banking, or what kind of, uh, you know, offers the bank has, especially during the festive season. This is something that has come across to uh, should have come across to maximum people. I've come across a lot of these examples where my bank offers me special credit cards, uh, cards which are meant specially for international travel and those kind of cards. So we have close to about 80% of today's audience casted their vote. I think I'll give them another 5 seconds or 10 seconds before I close this opinion poll and share the results with you. Okay, I've close to about 85% audience casted the vote. I'll just close this opinion poll and share the results with you. Well, so 91% of today's audience thinks that this email that we received should be deleted and the sender needs to be blocked. Exactly the thing that you should be doing. 11% people feel that this form needs to be filled up. Let me explain to you why this form should not be filled up. Uh, Although banking financial institutions do share, information that I've said earlier, offers relating to, home loans or credit cards or, different kind of facilities that the bank gives. But the banks never ask you to fill up a form or share your credit card number so that any kind of deal can be given, or share your debit card number so some sort of deal can be given to you. The banks would never ask you to share such valuable information like your credit card numbers, your ATM pins, your passwords, internet banking user credentials. Those kind of details a bank would never ask. In case you receive an email which says that share with us such kind of information, please be aware, please get alerted. Such kind of emails will never come from a bank, but will come from a fraudster or will come from a cyber criminal who's trying to steal your financial information from you. I Let's move ahead uh, with the presentation. Credit card scams, as so we just touched based upon that. So masking a malicious email with a great credit card deals, scammers may trick users into giving away your personal information, as I said earlier. Very recently, one of the uh, attendees from our earlier webinars did share with me an email, and this email that she had shared, that the person had shared with me, is again a very good example of spam emails. So it's a very well decorated, designed email, I would say. It says that, dear customer, so whatever the name of the customer is, I sent you, comma, your application number is and a number. Your credit card is approved with an XYZ amount of credit limit, and please check your current status on your application by clicking on this link. No additional documents are required. Just track your credit card number and get your credit card with XYZ credit limit in the next 5 minutes. So click here, there's a button which says click here for your credit card. It takes, and then below it, the sentence writes, it takes only 5 minutes and your credit card is at your doorstep. There are limited credit cards with this kind of credit limit. So please hurry up before they get filled. This is a very clear example of a spam email or of a credit card scam. Now, a bank will never ask you to click on links to fill up some forms, or I mean, even the audience must have guessed till now. You fill up a form, and within 5 minutes, the credit card comes to your doorstep is something not possible. So you should not trust on such kind of emails. This is a clear giveaway that this email has come from a fraudster, it's come from a cyber criminal, who's trying to steal information from you. Please be aware of such kind of emails and do not act upon them. Survey scams, something that you may not have come across. We've seen a lot of survey scams where this is actually one of the oldest tricks in the books of cyber criminals. They use surveys to trick users. Now, they run fake surveys on social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, etc. And they lure users into taking these surveys on fake promises of winning great prizes, like it could be like an iPhone 6, or the most 6 plus, which is again a very attractive mobile handset for people. So people may lure for the iPhone 6 plus and might fill in that form. If a user takes the survey, there is no in which though there's no way basically in which he'll get the gift, because there's no gift in the first place. And by responding to such posts, by either liking, commenting, or clicking, the user is actually spreading the spam to its friends in the social media. So, takeaway from this is, if you receive such kind of scam emails for filling up survey forms, first don't act upon it. In case you accidentally have, please don't share this, so that you can at least stop the further collateral damage happening through these scams. Work from home scams, something that has been on the uprise, and people have been victim of such kind of scams. So scammers execute such scams via spam emails, advertisements, and even notice boards. Such scams may advertise different jobs that they attract people from different backgrounds. So we came across a work from home advertisement, and it was offering an easy job of selling products online uh, to warehouse websites. So in this, they had to sell these products as daily deals and services on websites. The advertisement also provided uh, with necessary tools for creating own website and to sell these products. And more of these products we sell, the more money we bring in, was said on the advertisement. Seems like an easy and decent job, doesn't it? Even we thought the same thing, but when we began to register for the offer, we landed on a page where we had to make an online transaction of rupees, I think it was about 4,000, and this was basically the registration fee. At this point, we kind of steered away from getting tricked into another online marketing scam. So this is our experience on this fake work from home scams. Fake gift cards. Now, fake gift cards are an excellent method to trick users during the holiday season. Emails that carry such cards usually contain URLs to accept or reject gift cards. So, in case you are a user who clicks on a link, they'll be taken to a fake or an infected site, a website, and the fake website will try to steal the user information, and the infected site will also try to uh, drop a malware on the user system. So all the other information about the user can be stolen from the machine. Fake Twitter deals. We all use Twitter to communicate these days, and I'm sure you've even posted a tweet about a holiday gift that you're trying to find, or something that is on your wish list that you would like to buy. Within minutes, you may receive a direct message, or you're tagged in by another user offering to sell such the kind of item that you're looking for. This could be an example of a sophisticated scam, because you are actually letting out your personal wishes on the internet, and there could be cyber criminals who would be on the watch, uh, you know, ready to act upon your request, and give you allure you into a deal that is so tempting that you may be a victim of such online scams. Let me share with you some great tips that you can stay safe against such scams. Tip number one: never click on a pop-up advertisement even if they look genuine. So you may come across some websites which is probably a website on food or travel, and on that website, if you get a pop-up which says that, hey, we have some exquisite things to sell, and so we're giving you a special price, that kind of pop-ups, Those sites might look genuine, those pop-ups might look genuine, but if you are not aware of those sites to be genuine, just don't click on it. Don't respond to unwanted or unexpected promotional emails, even if the sender looks familiar. Shop from a well-known online website. Ensure that the payment page URL begins with an HTTPS. So, if you want to check on your computer, if you go to any genuine-looking website, say for example, if you let me give an example of Quick Heal website. When you are on the Quick Heal website and you are about to purchase any product, you would see the URL would change from HTTP to HTTPS. The S in the end of HTTP stands for secure, which means that any information you you enter, which may be your banking information, or maybe your credit card, debit card information, or it could be your date of birth, any information you put there is basically encrypted, which means that even if a fraudster tries to steal that information, he will get nothing. He will get junk data, so which would basically be unusable. The other way to identify if the page is secure or not is with the padlock symbol. Whenever you are on a secure page, you would see a padlock symbol, which means that the page is secure. Also, there could be websites that could basically look like it's from the design of the site is poor, or there are multiple pop-up windows. This may not be from a legitimate seller. To stay safe, stick to the big names in the retail sites, or if you are also doing it on little less familiar sites, then please look for familiar payment systems at least. So familiar payment systems would be for if you look at global payment system, then it would be PayPal. If you look at Indian payment system, then it could be BillDesk, or any of the payment systems that you know for yourself is been a genuine payment system. Let's move on. Always go for cash on delivery payment mode if you're shopping from a less familiar website. More safer to do. Don't go for offers that are too good to be true. For example, I shared with you an example right in the beginning of today's webinar. An iPhone 5 been offered at an unimaginable price of rupees 4,000. It's highly unlikely that this could be a real deal. If it's too good to be true, just don't go for it. Don't fall for it. Avoid clicking on social media posts that promise gifts in return for completed surveys. Again, as we said in the survey forms, a lot of times people talk about cash rewards or gift rewards for completing surveys. Don't fall for it. Do not shop online when you are connected to a public or a free or unsecured Wi-Fi network. So as I said earlier, I mentioned about do not do your online transactions when you are on a public computer. If you are using your mobile phones, then do not do transactions on a public Wi-Fi, which is basically unsecured Wi-Fi. Don't use unsecured Wi-Fi to do transactions because that data can be stolen online. Most important, read reviews about products and websites before you actually purchase about them. If the best way to do is if before you decide upon buying anything online, read about what is the what is the reputation of that website in terms of what do people see, what are people shared about their experience about that website. If it is good, you can definitely go ahead and buy from it. Uh, Most importantly, if there is something negative, then there are concerned people everywhere in the world who would definitely put a word against such websites, which will be shown to you as an reputation checker for those websites. Next tip: be careful on social media posts that ask you for donations for a charity. Again, as I said, this is something that challenges your emotional quotient and then lures you into making donations to people. Those people may not be genuine. So in case even if you want to donate, just go to those people whom you know are the genuine ones who would help people at large, people who are needy, and just don't click on any random post that asks you for donations. Be it any offer, do some research on it and ensure that that offer is for real. Very important tip, folks, especially during the festival season. You might come across offers which you think are unbelievable. If there is an offer which is really unbelievable, check for some offers. There could be offers, could be little similar to it. Say, for example, let me give an example. If you're seeing for an offer where iPhone 6 has been offered at a very lucrative price. If you do a little bit research, you will find that there are similar prices, if not exactly the same, from other resellers also. This is an indicative that you can trust the seller. But again, as I said, after that, check for the reputation of the seller, check for the reputation of the site that where the listing is. Only then you should make a decision of buying from those sites. Don't give away your personal information over email or phone, no matter how urgent the matter sounds. The example that I shared you about the credit card scam that the one of our attendees had shared with me, it mentions towards the end of the email that we have very few limited cards left or with such a attractive credit limit and you should act upon urgently. So sense of urgency is already is mostly shown in fraudster emails or fraudster communication. You should stay away from such communication from such users because this is actually a giveaway at a lot of times where a sense of urgency is shown when talking about informations that information request that comes from bank. Don't act upon emails where it asks you to check the bank account uh, for a malicious activity. We've seen fraudsters sending out emails to people where they have said that we have found a malicious activity, fraudulent activity in your bank accounts. Click on this link to verify the same. If this, if you can report it to the bank if this fraudulent activity is genuine or not. Don't do that. If you still want to verify, just walk into your bank and just ask them if the such kind of email that they've sent to you is true or not. That's the most easiest way to do it. Never visit a shopping or a banking website by clicking on links received via emails. Again, a very important tip. If you are looking at deals on, if you find a lucrative deal which says that such kind of deal is on a popular website, go to the website directly and find out for that deal instead of clicking on the link which is present in that email, because that link may take you to fake websites, look-alike websites, which are meant to steal information from you. So just stay away from clicking on the links received in an email. Common scams involves sending emails that ask for recipient to click on either the links or download attachments, and then enter the personal information such as, the bank account information. The Better Business Bureau recommends ignoring any emails that makes or that asks you for such kind of requests. Have a reliable internet security program for your PC that can automatically block phishing and infected websites and stop malicious emails. A very important tip, if you should rely on automated security from security softwares, which will uh, you know uh, stop any kind of infection to your PC directly. This brings us to another opinion poll. Let me bring up that opinion poll for you. Anti-phishing protection is not required for online banking and shopping. Is it true? Is it false? Let me repeat the question again. Anti-phishing protection is not required for online banking and online shopping. Is it true or is it false? I have close to about 70% of today's audience already casted their vote. I would give them another 10 seconds for other audience to cast their votes, and then I can close this opinion poll and share the results with you. I think we have close to 80% of today's audience already casted the votes. I will now close this opinion poll and share the results with you. 86% of today's audience, of all those who have casted their vote, feel that no anti-phishing is required for online banking and shopping, whereas 14% of today's audience feels that anti-phishing protection is not required for online banking. So let me explain to you what is anti-phishing. Phishing basically is a type of attack that is done on innocent users to lure them, to give them information, personal identifiable information, which could include your name, email, your date of birth, your favorite, your school, your telephone number, your home address, or your financial information, which is your credit card, debit card, internet banking passwords, usernames, and things like that. If any of the links that come to you is from a phishing site that is identified, the anti-phishing feature will stop you from going to malicious sites. Uh, those sites would be banking sites, or those sites would be shopping sites. So the answer is uh, anti-phishing protection is always required when you're especially doing online banking or shopping. Let me close the poll for you and let's move on with today's presentation. How can Quick Heal protect you from such scams? Quick Heal protects you by from being scammed into by online scammers with its anti-phishing feature. Safe banking. Safe banking features allows you to shop online in a virtual environment, away from the reach of hackers and malware. So when you there is a feature in Quick Heal products which is called as safe banking. When you switch on the feature, it opens up a new window, window which is secured by a browser sandbox. Any information that you put in here is safe from hackers or even from any malware. It takes all necessary steps to ensure that your financial details are hack-proof. Web security. Now, web security feature in the Quick Heal product automatically blocks websites that are designed to steal your personal and banking information. Email security. As I have mentioned even in my in the earlier part of the presentation, a lot of these scams happen through emails. So the email security feature blocks spam and phishing emails that try to trick you into visiting bogus websites or filling up fake forms. That brings us to the end of today's webinar. If you have any questions about today's webinar, you can ask us in this question and answer session after we present this presentation. In case you have questions further beyond that, you can make a note of our email address. That's corporatecommunications@quickheal.co.in. You can write to us with a slide number, or you can write to us with your questions, and we will do our best to answer your question. If you would like to follow us on Facebook, the address is facebook.com/quickhealav. You want to follow us on Twitter, it's twitter.com/quickheal, where we share a lot of information on the on especially on the happenings in the online world. You can follow us on Google Plus. The link is bit.ly.com/Google Plus. The webinar would be hosted on our YouTube channel for Quick Heal. The link is youtube.com/Quick Heal. You can watch the recording of this webinar on this YouTube channel. It will be posted uh, somewhere in the later part of the day or tomorrow. You can also visit SlideShare if you would like to see this presentation again. The URL is slideshare.net/quickhealppps. To know more about Quickheal products, you can visit quickheal.com. To know more about happenings of the security world, visit us at blogs.quickheal.com. Thank you very much. We will now be beginning the question and answer session. Okay. Okay. I think there was some problem with the audio during the webinar. We have been receiving instructions about. All right, folks. If you think that there's been some glitch in the audience, we will get it checked, and you can see the. You can actually watch the recording of this webinar on YouTube. We'll try and improve the quality of the video if possible. Okay, we have Dilip Samant who's asked us a question. If for credit card OTP transaction, what is the danger using it? So, Dilip, I believe your question is about using the OTP facility on your mobile banking when you're doing especially internet banking. So OTP feature, using an OTP feature is always important because just in case you think your credit card gets stolen and a fraudster is trying to use your credit card, he would not be able to use your credit card unless and until he's stolen your phone too. So if he uses the credit card to do online shopping and he does not get the OTP, then the transaction will never get completed. So that way it works as a double layer security. So using an OTP is the safest option. Mohammed Hilal has asked us a question. Can you explain how does a Trojan work? So, to answer your question, Mohammed, a Trojan is part of a malware family where it allows a backdoor entry to the other programs, the other malicious programs, and it also helps other installation of other programs on your system, thus compromising the security of your device. If you remember the story of the Trojan horse that was presented to the kingdom of Troy, so what happened was the enemies were they gifted a wooden horse to the city of Troy, and the enemies were hiding inside that wooden horse. The people of Troy, thinking that this is a gift, they took that wooden horse inside the palace, inside the castle, and the enemies which were hiding inside the horse in the later part of the night came out and defeated Troy. Troy that way was an undefeated kingdom, but because of this Trojan horse, they got defeated. Same is the case when it comes to malware, which is a Trojan horse. This allows backdoor entries to other malicious programs, which basically compromise the security uh, of your device. Maybe it's your laptop or it's your mobile phone, and it helps stealing data in your device. I hope this answers your question. We have another question from Raveen. How can we check the website reputation before opening the site. So if you're looking at any website and which is not familiar to you, then basically don't click on those websites. Websites which do not have a clear URL, could be a giveaway that those are not genuine websites to visit. If the website is, instead of having a name, like the Quick Heal website has a name www.quickheal.com, instead the website has a link which says something like 14.28.32.164 slash and the URL. Uh, this would look like a shady website. I would recommend you stay away from such kind of sites. If you're referring to buying from such kind of websites, then always check for the reputation of such sites. We have another question. So one of our attendees has come across a situation where, while transferring the amount on in an online banking situation, they've been called and asked for a card number. So is it safe to provide a debit or credit card number? No, this kind of situation where somebody calls you over the phone uh, and confirms your credit card or debit card number, you should not give away such information over the phone, because banks will not ask you for a credit card or debit card number directly, or it will not SMS you or email you to reply back with a credit card or debit card number. In case of financial transaction where you are doing a phone banking situation, and you know that you are talking to your bank itself because you have dialed a number to the bank, then the situation is different. Then, because the bank is, it makes you mandatory to verify the details, then it's okay to give you, because you know that you're talking to the genuine person, the genuine authority. How can I do internet banking safely is a question asked in today's webinar. I've already explained about the safe banking feature in Quick Heal products. You can use this feature to make sure that whatever information you enter into the online banking or on the shopping site remains safe. Mehul has asked us a question. What is the Quick Heal Total Security Safe Banking feature architecture which protects user from scam, and how? Mehul, this is a very technical question. This is, even if I explain it technically, other people in the audience would not be able to understand that. So we would like to answer these questions separately. If you want, you can write to us with a detailed question, and we'll get it answered to you in a separate forum. While downloading, sometimes you are tricked into clicking bogus sites. How do you prevent this? Okay, so this is a common scenario where people have reported this particular thing. Whenever they are trying to download any software, there are other pop-ups that come, and you get into tricking onto bogus websites. So one, you should click only on sites which you know look genuine. If you are accidentally clicking on any sites, there is a great danger, either if by stealing their personal information or by any malware getting downloaded to your site. So the best protection is use a robust security software which helps you stay away from these bogus sites. So these can be blocked right away. And secondly, use your own due diligence, because there is nothing best than self protection. Krushi Patel has asked us a question. How does Quick Heal detect the Trojan and give protection? So, uh, The quick heal has an internal feature inside the software, which is a self-developed technology. The scanning technology is called, we call it as a DNA scan technology. This DNA scan technology identifies the behavior of programs, and based on the behavior of such programs, or based on the way this program has been packaged, we identify if that is a Trojan, and then it is quarantined accordingly. I hope this answers your question. Kailash Chaudhary has asked us a question. I have tried to update my Quick Heal security, but I'm facing a challenge with that. Well, Mr. Kailash Chaudhary, please contact our support department regarding your question. Okay, Aniket has asked us a question. Some genuine online shopping sites like Amazon ask for credit or debit card information for a fast shopping experience. Is it safe? Can we trust this practice? Aniket, I believe you are asking for safe pay option, or options where these credit card companies store your credit card information with them for fast transactions. If you're referring to this, where the payment gateway itself is securely sharing information with you, then you are at a liberty of either choosing that option. Our recommendation is always, do not share, or do not let any of the browsers or anywhere store this information for you, because it is very easy for a cyber criminal to steal the information from your browser. If you have any information like a username, password, credit card number stored in your browser, there is a autofill facility available in browsers. So if you're storing it there, do not do it. But if it is a bank who's storing for, and if you know it's the site is genuine, then you may opt for such features, because it may help you in fast banking. But to be honest with you, entering 16 digits of a credit card number or a debit card number and a password will hardly take you any time. So, if possible, to the farthest possible, avoid storing information, especially the financial information, on any of the sites. Nowadays, so another question from Mohammed. Nowadays, when I open a website, there are many ads pop-ups which come in front to show me to show how secure from that. Okay, so I think Mohammed is referring to ads which are shown as pop-ups on his computer system, which tells them about how to protect your system and things like that. Mohammed, not all these pop-ups are genuine, so you can't blindly trust on these pop-ups. Although it may look like a genuine pop-up, but if you click on it and if it is not a genuine one, you can be a victim of either an identity theft or a financial theft that might happen. You get various programs to block these pop-ups. A lot of these browsers have browser-based tools to block pop-ups, or block even ads these days. So you can use those programs, and if you're feeling that you're getting bothered by these pop-ups, then you can use this browser-based pop-up blocker to block all the pop-ups. I hope this answers your question. What if a website doesn't have any S at the end of HTTP, but it's showing a locked key to be the side? Okay, so if you're looking at the way a secure page is shown is different on different browsers. For example, if you're looking at Mozilla, then the Mozilla would actually show you the complete URL. It will completely show you the HTTPS and the name of the website. So it is shown as HTTPS. It means that it is secure. Some browsers do not show the HTTPS but show a padlock symbol instead before the website URL. This is also indicative that the page is secure. So you can go ahead and do the transactions, because even if there is a padlock symbol prominently shown before the URL, it means that the site is secure or the page is secure. Collins, I think this answers your question. Rahul has asked us a question. The IRCTC website, while paying for a ticket, directly asks for a PIN code for the debit card. Is it always safe to use? So Rahul, with the PIN code, there will also an option of generating an OTP. Always use this option of generating OTP, because this is the safest option possible. Even in case, say you lose your credit card or you lose your debit card, and the person who has stolen your debit card is trying to use it, then he will never be able to complete the transaction, because the OTP, if you have selected the option of generating an OTP, this will be with you, be with your phone. So he'll never be able to complete the transaction that way, because unless and until the person enters the OTP, the transaction never gets completed. So that way it is safe. There's a question from Aman. Is online banking safe for people who are not uh, internet savvy? Is the question that Aman is trying to ask. Well, online banking is a way of doing an online transaction. You need to have a little bit of computer knowledge to do such kind of online transactions, because there is multiple level of security involved. So how does the exact functionality work? You need to have a little computer information in order to successfully do the online banking transactions. So it is safe. Let me tell you, to answer your question. Yes, doing online banking is safe with some smart moves that you can do, like using a double verification or using an OTP. It makes more safer for anyone who's using the internet banking. Ankur has asked us another question of the Quick Heal Total Security and Quick Heal Internet Security. What is the difference and which is the use? Well, Ankur, these products have been made as per the usage of computer, usage of internet by customers. If your internet usage is very high on the internet, then we recommend you use Total Security, because and you do internet banking a lot, then we recommend you use Total Security. If you have a moderate use, or less than moderate use of internet, then you can also opt in for the internet security software from QuickHeal. I hope this answers your question. To know more about our products, please visit quickheal.com, and you have a comparison also given on our website between these two products. There is a Quick Heal Safe Banking icon on the desktop. Do we have to click that to do safe banking transactions through any of the browsers? Okay, so this question has been asked by Mr. Kripashankar Lal. So before you do an online transaction or before you do an online shopping, the feature of Quick Safe Banking needs to be clicked on first. So when you click on this feature, automatically all the browsers which have been installed in your computer get enlisted at the bottom on the bottom of the screen. So you can select any of the browsers that you want to use. Once the browsers are selected, you can do the transactions. So whatever information that you share on, while doing the online banking or while doing the transaction, it could be any information that you share. That information remains safe. So even if a hacker is trying to steal that information, he will not be able to steal that information from you. Or the same goes for if there is a malware trying to steal information, that also will not be able to share that information. Rahul has asked us a question. Does the Quick Heal software show if the website is trustworthy or not? Is there any browser add-on from Quick Heal? To answer your question, Rahul, we don't have a browser add-on for Quick Heal, but the Quick Heal detection system, the intrusion detection and prevention system, and also the zero-day vulnerability detection system detects all possible threats. In case any of the sites that you're visiting are malicious and have been reported to be bad sites, then the Quick Heal software will stop you from going to those sites, thereby protecting not only your identity but also protecting your computer from any further possible damage. I hope this answers your question, Rahul. Krushi has asked us a question. In case you are a victim of a pop-up and the virus from that website is downloaded on your computer, can it be removed manually and from where? Well, Krushi, this is a very difficult question to answer because if the malware has already infected your computer, the basic thing is you don't know what level of infection the malware or the virus has done to your computer. So removing programs will may not only suffice keeping your system protected, but you would also need some extra level of security. The best way to do is to have a robust security software installed on your computer before you install any other program, because that will act as a shield for you and defend you against all of these malwares and viruses infecting or reaching your computer in the first part. There's also a feature in the Quick Heal softwares which is browser sandbox. So for example, if you're visiting any website and if you accidentally happen to click on a software, this browser sandbox feature will protect you, will act as a screen between the internet and your computer. Any software or any accidental download that happens on your computer stays inside the sandbox. The moment you close this browser, everything is back to normal. Even if there is a successful download, this will not reach your computer unless and until you permit the software to come to you. I think we have answered all the questions in today's webinar. In case you have more questions, you can send us an email at corporatecommunications@quickheal.co.in, and we will be more than happy to answer all your questions. I take your leave for the day. Wish you all a very happy festive season, a happy Dashera to all our attendees from India, and a happy festive season for all our attendees from the globe across. Thank you very much for your time and patience. I'm now handing over the mic to Saurabh to conclude the proceedings of today's webinar. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for being with us for this webinar. We hope this webinar has helped you understand the safety tips to avoid online scams this festive season in a better manner. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye.